Hey everyone, my name is MiniCharlton666. Welcome back to more Saints Row 4 Re-elected Edition for the Xbox One. So in the last episode we did some side quests, mainly just introduction to the side game, in essence, the getting new clothes as well as just some of the basic activities, climbing a tower, insurance fraud and tank mayhem to be precise. In this episode we will be continuing with the story. So if you skipped the last episode, don't worry, this episode will have some story in it. At the beginning, at the very least. It's time we learn to damage the alien presence through hotspots.
It looks like these hotspots are protected by shield generators. Getting near them will be tricky, but you'll have to shut down each one before you can take out the main hub, which of course is protected by even more Zin. So, good luck with that.
And what's a
So
hotspot?
yeah,
Basically a giant
I'm gonna
workstation.
run next. There's no
A
point
system like
driving when it's
simulation
only
heavily requires
like
constant
just down here.
maintenance, which is what these seem to be for.
And this is the only one?
Of course not.
Let's go for this generator first.
Look at the size of the blooming thing.
Focus on the shield generators, otherwise you'll never get to the main console.
So these are the superpowered beatdowns. You may have noticed it in the challenges that was went over last episode. It shows there, you need to perform 10 for a challenge. The very basic things. You just run at them, press the right trigger while you're unarmed. I don't know if you can do it while armed or not. No. But you do that and, well,
Might as well yank shit out.
you will perform a cool cutscene and kill the enemy.
Line lunch, revive for the win.
So for hotspots, you need to take down these shield generators. It helps to kill everyone around the shield generator first, because if you don't, you kind of have to deal with them shooting at you. And if you get shot at while trying to do this, you'll get interrupted as such. Like that. So it just helps to kill pretty much everyone. See here, I'm just doing superpower beatdowns. I'm taking quite a bit of damage. It helps to use your guns, really, but hey, I can't be bothered to press B and bring up the weapon wheel, so I'm just going to continue to do superpower beatdowns for a bit. Because I'm a piece of shit like that. There's another enemy over here. We'll just fall on him. He dies. That is the last of them. Disable the second generator. And pop.
Shut down and get to the console at the base of the structure.
Right, piece of cake.
Whee! There's a cluster up there, so let's grab that. Ta-da! So these are the hotspots. These massive muggle things. These literally just, lore-wise, they provide maintenance for this simulation. In reality, they're a side quest. You need to take them down. Is he dead? Yeah, he did. So, normally in hotspots, it's not quite this easy. You may not have heard it, but there was a robotic voice that said, "Reinforcements engaged," or something along those lines. Normally at that point, some portals open up and more Zin appear. For this, the reinforcements are something a bit more threatening, we should say.
Steady.
And to finalise taking the hotspot down, you hold Y and do that.
I'm showing some strange readings close to you.
And it turns blue, like towers.
Raining bloody fire.
But you see, these
I don't know, but it
are
is
called
a big
wardens.
normal thing. I think you can
And
integrate
I
your
just
code
eat
with
shit.
it.
Meaning,
It means once you take him down, get close enough, and I
So-
think you can absorb him.
right, because I want that inside me.
I'm not doing very well here. Let's use the SMG. When he lands. So wardens, you can trigger them manually, as you can see in the lower left on notoriety, as at full 6. If you raise your notoriety enough by killing enough pedestrians and then Zin, and then what turn up, you can trigger one of these yourself. To defeat them, it's all the same. You need to shoot at them while they're vulnerable and not knocking you down and shooting at you. Headshots are more powerful and do more damage, but my guns are weak as all living fuck. so it's taking a while. God damn it, I'm used to this taking considerably less time. I'm going to move out of the way. He's going to hop up. I don't know where he's going to land, so he's going to land there. Just do a quick hop. God damn it, stop jumping around. Almost. Nope. Gotta reload. He's gonna do one last jump. Right. Ow. So he's able to be taken over now. We press the right trigger as its prompts were there, and fly into him, and then do a proper Matrix scene where we've got to fight through. Spam a button, and then it'll give you this, where you explode out of them like in the Matrix.
Hey, it worked!
Yes, bravo. Perhaps my wardens underestimated you. I won't let them make the same mistake twice.
That can't be
So we've
good.
unlocked a blast. We've unlocked it. Yes, we've unlocked a blast.
I think I can do that.
So, as we're about to find out, blast is hand blast.
Teleportation, laser vision, bone claws.
Whoa. Looks like the ability to freeze people and objects with an ice blast.
That sounds awesome.
Let me load up a few targets from the simulation for you.
Oh, hang on. You're not putting in people who will try to kill me.
Don't worry, these are safe programs. You can't die from them.
I mean, I probably could if I tried hard enough. So, what the blast does, in its default form, you can unlock more versions of it. Default blast is freeze blast. You press the right bumper as it prompts you there, and they will freeze. They then shatter if you shoot them. With a shotgun, at least. So you do it to them. 1, 2, and 3. It is an area of effect blast, which means if you hit the middle, it affects all of them. Let's see. So, for example, if we hit about here, you can see they still froze and shattered two at once. Flying vehicles, I mean, they need to have their propulsion systems and lift givers like available. You freeze them, that stops being a thing. They will fall and die.
What am I looking at?
It looks like data clusters can be hidden inside walls. Use your blast to knock them out.
So as Kinsey just said there, these that look like clusters embedded in walls that are vertical, not on the ground. I don't know why I said that, because you rarely don't get walls that are horizontal. They're called ceilings or grounds. So I'm insane. So yeah, clusters in walls. You blast them with any abilities, the cluster pops out. I was close enough where I picked it up immediately and fell.
Shit. Hell of an entrance there, guy.
I'll see if I can help with that. Okay, you should be able to
So-
recover from being knocked back now.
He's about to show us this.
Hold on.
We can now
Looks
do
like
that and
Zodiac
recover
added
straight
a
away.
shield to the warden
And as
code.
Kinsey is explaining now,
I guess it
wardens
doesn't-
now have shields. So they've got to be broken.
Now, how do I get
Your
around?
superpowers
Use the thing
can
more
do
powerful
that.
than a weapon, so use your superpowers to
While
deactivate
their
the shield for a
shields
short
are
time. Then
down,
you can shoot 'em.
you can do that, but they will recover.
See? That works pretty well. Though the real thing might be a bit tougher.
And that is the Freeze Blaster power. But because we are playing the re-elected edition, we will get more than just freeze. Each of the warden given powers, story-wise, you will fight wardens by yourself in side quests a bit. But in general, if you are just doing the story, there are 4 powers you get from defeating wardens. You get the blast, you get 3 others. Now, each power you get from a warden has elements. For the blast, you default it to freeze. Now, I believe the game is going to show us the power upgrade menu. Oh, sorry, these are all new. God damn it! Oh, for fuck's sake! What does it want? Right, I've unlocked the Abductomatic. Yes, get in. And we've now unlocked that, so we'll buy that as well, since that is a very useful ability. See, we get 500 from the cash now. So if we do that, you can see now one of 3 things going from the cash upgrade. So powers, it says 7. Because there are actually 7 upgrades, god damn it. Normally it doesn't show 7. So as you can see here, we've got freeze element, blast recharge, and areas upgrades for them. must have missed one on the jump. Yep, ninja reflexes. That's what that getting up straight away is called. Is your ninja reflexes. So elements, you start with freeze. Now, Blast's natural elements in the main game, back on the previous generation, were freeze, fire, and mind control. So mind control gives you enemies to fight for you, fire, they just start burning, freeze freezes them. In Re-elected, you will get explosion and bling. Now, bling is a very powerful blast and charged quickly, but it costs cash to use it. Later in the game, this will not be an issue. Explosion, you blast it, it creates a blast, and everyone caught in the blast blows up. But then anyone caught in those blasts also blows up after that. So on and so forth. Chain reaction, as I say, is there. I love this ability because it lets you sweep through a lot of enemies at once. We'll be getting them soon. So the next quest we've now got is called The Escape. Guess what that entails with Breakout the Simulation. But first, next to Kinsey's warehouse, there is this cluster. So we can get it now. Woo, we now have 30 clusters. But yes, we've got time, so we're going to break out the simulation now. And finally get back into the real world and see what has been going on. So, word of warning though, by doing this mission, every store, so that planet's in, that friendly fire, you see how they all say owned currently? That is just the way the game is keeping them open. Once we beat the mission to break out the simulation, get back in the real world, they will all go into a lockdown. We will have to manually open each shop individually. And it is tedious towards some of the later ones because of the methods you've got to do it. The first one is a piece of piss. Yep, fucking... We'll see that later on. But for now, just a word of advice. If you want to buy anything now from any gun store, any clothing shop, and you've got the cash for it, we probably don't. But like anything major you want to get before the lockdown, so you don't have to unlock them again manually, I'd recommend doing it now, so you don't have to go through the process of unlocking the shop you want. In theory. Now we'll get to that later, but for now we're just going to break out the simulation, so...
That'll allow your mind to get out of the simulation and back into your body. Head toward it.
Right. So what's the deal with this Zin invasion, kids?
Just let them
The good news is they didn't get everybody. Just a whole bunch of people. According to what I've been able to decipher, the simulation is designed to house the best and the brightest specimens from various worlds.
The best and brightest from an entire planet. How big is this thing?
Big. But they haven't gotten to all of Earth yet. Just the major cities. Last I heard, Oleg was up at Camp David. That area doesn't look like it's been hit yet.
Wait, where am I in the real world? Are I mucking about with my body?
It's in a safe place. Once you're free, I'll pick you up at the landing platform.
Woohoo!
So, yeah. Kinsey's made a little doorway for us to leave through, and we will head back to the real world as she is now located where our body is in the real world. I'll stop trying to say real world as often now. So yeah, we'll just head to that doorway and escape simulation. Now, of course, it's not going to be that easy, but that's for once we're through the doorway. Because for now, all we've got to do is... God damn it, let the stamina recharge. In fact, I'm going to check because I do not recall what thing you need to be. Yes, I'm going to buy that. For a very notable reason. As you can see, we're very low on stamina. See, stamina's going down, going down, going down. You start running up a wall, you do not use stamina. So you can run up a wall indefinitely, regardless until you hit the top of the wall or stop sprinting. So it's a good way to recharge stamina and also gain height. But we need to be down here, where I'm going to pick up 2 more clusters. Completely miss one. And the other, god damn it. I think the amount I've played this game, I'd be better. So yeah, we're here. We're gonna go through this door.
Kinsey, it's locked.
That's an issue.
Wrong door.
That wasn't there a minute ago. Shut the fuck up, Kinsey.
Ah, cheers. Well, that didn't go terrible.
Can you quit being a baby and just walk in?
Look, lady, we're doing this in my time.
No, you're not.
And through into the real world again. This isn't ominous and foreboding in the slightest. Fun times. Butt naked. And we stumble through.
Kinsey? Kinsey?
Drunk off with fucking minds, or high, or drugged, or whatever the fuck. Disorientated is the word I was looking for.
I feel like a dustbin at a truck stop.
All that. So yeah, just stumble our way through, but first I believe we need to throw up. Yep. There we go. Lovely jubbly. And then we just continue going through very slowly.
It's got to be at that platform.
And then we hit this vent here. So let's just continue walking. Oh, throw up again. Forgot about that. I didn't forget about something that happens shortly after. Which is about here, I believe. Yeah. Go on. There we go.
Where is Kinsey?
It can't get off the vent, so we've got to hug the vent for now until we get to this door. Lovely door. Best door. Let's just open it. Ah, shit.
Struth. Hand it over.
So that was the thing. It happened. So now we will crouch so we can walk properly and slowly make our way through the mothership, which is the big red structure at the top of Virtual Steelport. We're in that right now. For some reason, Zinyak deemed it necessary to put it in our simulation.
I swear every time I come home it's all, would you bring me? How
There's a
come I
bit of
never
domestic
go on
happening
any
here.
raids?
Let's interrupt it.
Hey, there's a human!
Let's kill this person. There we go. He's an alien. Aliens are people too, guys. And we'll just kill these people. Murder them horribly with complete disregard to their families and well-being, because they are the enemies of this. They are the designated enemies of this game. The announcers, that narrator, guy with the tannoy, he's basically he's spouting a bunch of shit. It's not worth talking to him. But now we don't need to be crouched, we can walk, which is good. I don't know when that happened because I wasn't paying attention at all. I shot you in the head, mate. And we can just sort of continue coming through. We don't have infinite ammo. I failed to realise this fact. Oh, we're being shot at. Hi, mate. He did. We shall continue our little shootout as we make our way across here. Very easy. Nailed it.
Seriously, Kinsey, let me know you're all right. Did I make a wrong turn? Oh, fuck.
So now we just make a standoff. We're at the landing platform. This is where Kinsey wanted us to be. But Kinsey's not here yet. She is running behind. As our lovely boss character, president person, is
of you and slide down the corpses to Earth.
Is less than pleased.
That's right. I'll kill a lot of you.
There are quite a few aliens, but all we need to do is
This on. Can they hear me?
ignore Zaniac.
Well, hello. I see you're attempting a noble escape. Understandable given your situation, but I urge you to turn back.
And now we get a cutscene. Woo! We did it! Either that or I actually died and failed, but yeah, cutscene. Well, those riot shields have now disappeared. Absolutely barbaric. It's only the Vice President, Keith David. My God. Nailed it.
Pick the right running mate.
Damn right.
So now we run into the ship, still completely naked, as the ship flies off to get us back to Earth.
Let me take the stick. I'm getting us out of here.
Gee, Kinsey, thanks for saving my life. Why, thanks, boss. I love being appreciated. Boss, I'm the president now. When did you turn into such a jerk? Surprise, Kinsey. I've always been an asshole.
Thank you. I mean it.
You're not wearing pants.
This just got weird.
A little bit.
Can I fly now?
Knock yourself out.
And we go. With a possibly copyrighted song. Well, it is copyrighted, but I don't know if it's going to be truly audible. So we go! And fly a nice ship that
Kinsey,
should
why'd
get
you send
radio.
Keith David before me.
I, passed by him on the way out.
How, pray tell, did you get out?
Let's just focus on flying, shall we?
Too right. Kinsey, does this ship have a radio?
Radio signals bounce around space for...
Oh yeah, this is my jam.
Well, it's quiet enough, I suppose. If you can't hear it, it is What Is Love by Hadaway playing, while we fly in a spaceship to escape. This game just... It's one of my favourite things about Saints Row 4. It's why I don't consider it a bad game. It's because, like moments like this, where it's just completely it's not barbaric, but like mental. Where it just doesn't give any fucks as to like realism or anything like that. And I'm trying to talk to overpower the song itself because there is a song playing. So we're just going to continue flying out, shooting spaceships on our way out to kill them. And that is taking all my power to not sing along. Like I've got to do a barrel roll or an aileron roll. As being an air cadet, I know what an aileron roll is. So we fly through here, and I almost just start singing along to the song again. And no one wants to hear that, trust me.
They're closing us in!
Oh
Stay
no.
on target.
So yeah, we'll just continue flying through. It's better to go knife edge, because then you can... That happens. And we are out of here. And the music will stop now, because we're now in the coldness of space, so there's nothing for radio waves to like sort of get to us from. Which also means Zinyak was playing What Is Love inside his mothership, but we'll ignore that. Yep, there's the mothership again. To Earth!
We're not really leaving the others, are we?
Hell no. But if we're taking the fight to Zinyak, we'll need all the help we can get. Kinsey, can you get in touch with Oleg?
Yeah, we should be in range.
Sure.
I always thought Nightblade was just vampire show.
Oh no, my friend. It is the essence of drama. Hey, you need to take that?
at the lovely
You
Saints
know
Row
anyone
3.
with the 217 area code?
Is that St. Louis?
Probably telemarketer.
Oof. Ignore.
Voicemail?
You want me to leave a message?
Well, sorry guys.
It's all gone.
Well, I'd say this was a productive day.
You're a fucking monster.
Oh, don't act surprised. I told you this would happen.
You killed 7 billion people.
Whoops.
We're done talking.
Sounds like
He's not
me.
getting away with this.
You're goddamn right it's not. Kinsey, can you use this thing to place me back in the simulation?
Yeah, I think I should be able.
Do it.
Wait, you want to go back in there? You can't kill Zinyak plugged into a computer.
I can kill a lot of people with a computer.
You, sure. You need help setting the DVR.
If taking over a small part of the simulation led you to me, taking over the whole damn thing has to do something good.
You don't even know what will happen.
She probably does.
The president is right. Whenever the simulation is disrupted, I have a small window to work my way inside the Zin security network. The more it's disrupted, the more time I'll have to map out Zinyak's mothership. I can identify structural weakness, locate where they're keeping our friends.
And find Zinyak.
Yeah.
All right, let's do this.
When historians look back on the fall of the Zin Empire, this will be the defining moment. An act that was supposed to demoralize, galvanized, and a course was set that the Saints could never back down from. But even more monumental is this. If the Earth was not destroyed, pragmatism would have won over desperation, and the Saints would never have been reunited with the most dangerous man in all of history, Johnny Gat. But ever as always, I'm getting ahead of myself. Like all good stories, the second act begins with a call to action and the building of a robot